there's already one trophy in this cabinet. We won the Scottish Open against Mark Selby. Can we make it 2 out of 2 on Premiers and win the Masters? As you can see, a huge trophy in the context of the season. Hello there folks, it is TIJ Gaming and welcome to part 49 of our Neil Robertson Pro career, and hello to everybody who has tuned in to watch this event on the Premier live and uninterrupted this evening, and also hello to you guys that are watching afterwards that might not have been able to make it to the Premier. But we have a big match today. We have the end of the game between myself and Mark Allen, rank 7 against rank 6. One man will come out of these 6 frames, maximum 6 frames of course, with a cheque of £200,000. Now unfortunately that's only virtual money. I wouldn't mind a cheque of £200,000 myself, but we are now 5 frames into this final, and coming into this we lead by 3 frames to 2. We need 3 frames out of the next 5 to make sure that we win the Masters, and we need to avoid Mark Allen getting those 3 frames. So the only way we do that is to win 3 frames. Without getting too complicated, let's get straight into it. Now you guys are in the Premier, good evening to you. Get your predictions down in the comments for what you think the result will be here. It's going to be a long one. We could be here all night, quite literally, because we have got a maximum of 6 frames. This could be all over in 3 frames if we win 3 successive frames. Equally could be all over in 4 frames if Mark Allen wins the next 4 frames. But I hope not, and I hope we come away with a win. Now, our Premier history, it's balanced. We had that Premier against Selby where we won the final, but we did have that one against Judd Trump where we lost. So we have got a good balance of Premier results. For those of you guys that don't know what a Premier is, basically I just show this live and you guys can talk and discuss with me as we watch this all back. It's not actually a live event as some people seem to think it is, me playing it live. It's just me showing it to you guys in a Premier base, so no one can cheat and skip to the end. But that is a pretty decent break off. We'll take that in the 6th frame. Now, if I remember rightly, Mark Allen won the first frame, didn't he? He won the first frame, made it 1-0, obviously. And then we won the next 2 to make it 2-1. Then Mark Allen brought it back to 2 each. And then we got that 5th frame to put us back in the lead, like we were at the end of frame 3. And to be fair, it was only really because we stole the frame that we actually that we won that, because Mark Allen was in with a really good chance of winning that frame. But let's play a nice soft shot here. I think it should be fine. And that's the first pot of the episode. Nice stuff. Couldn't have been any harder, as you could see, because it's just gone straight past the bulk colours. And it's a bit tricky playing that first red, because sometimes you just can't get anything on it. You get that first red, and then that's effectively it. But let's just try and play this black a little bit, but try and provide a bit of an easier pot for us on the next red. This screen's obviously fairly easy. It's a fairly straight pot, but we want to make the next shot as easy as possible. Hopefully get in position for the black. Yeah, the pot's set up. That should be absolutely fine.
Into the right corner.
Beautiful stuff. Now for the black, and the problem is after this black, really, we're not going to be able to open up the reds, so it might be a blue job if we can get. And that sounds completely inappropriate. But let's just scratch that ever happened. But yeah, it's a blue job. Oh dear, that's dreadful. Sorry. You can even get bloopers when it's live. Just trying to think. I don't think we can get. I mean, we can start playing spin and all that technical rubbish.
He's taking his time over this.
Thanks. That's a new addition, isn't it, with the commentary? Saying, well, he's taking his time. To be fair, we are taking our time because we get the pot here and we open up the frame a bit. I think we're just going to play safe. As in, we'll play the black, make sure we pot that, and then just set up for a safety. That's all we can really do here.
I'm not sure what happened there.
Yeah, alright. It was because you were bullying me, bloody Ender, over that shot going, well, he's played that. He's waited too long to take that shot. Now, that was a little bit harder than I intended, but actually it's ended up touching ball. So let's see what Mark Allen plays out of this. Just on the cushion, no surprise there. And he does have a little bit of a chance now. Just gotta think how we do this. We're gonna have to. We can't really. Well, What we're going to have to do is just skim this and play it up the table, aren't we? Basically. Bit thicker than I would have liked, but I think that should be nice and safe, which it is. It's a nice shot. I've always said my safety's not great, but it is developing, it is improving, and we sometimes play some good safety shots. And particularly in a final like this, every shot matters. Bit of a thicker safety from Mark Allen there, but he's got everything safe. It's back up to bulk, and that's a nice shot. Crowd show their appreciation for the 2018 champion. I'm sure he was the 2018 champion. Been on a bit of a rocky road, though, since then. Of course, Judd Trump's the reigning champion. And in this 2019-20 season, it's going to be either Mark Allen taking his second win, or ourselves, in terms of playing as Robertson ourselves, taking our first win. I don't know if Robbo's won it before, actually. I'm sure he has. I remember reading that he has. So I think he has done the Triple Crown, hasn't he? Not in one season, but he has won the 3 championships that make up that Triple Crown.
He's going for it.
A bit of a tight one here, but I fancy this red. Yeah, it's a good shot. And luckily just tapped that red enough to leave a gap for the black. But ultimately, even if we do get this black, there's not really much on. So I think we'll play... what do we play here, actually? Struggling a bit. What are the options if we come from that side? Because we can play the pink, of course. We need to get a good shot to get on one of the reds. To see if anything goes from the side here. I'm just interested. I mean, it's going to be pretty tricky if we play that pink to get on anything here. I think those 2 reds are touching too much of a risk. So,
left middle pocket.
Well, we can play the black and try and develop the reds, I suppose, can't we? Play a bit of top and just see what happens. Well, that's nowhere near the reds. That, to be fair, though, we've got away with that because we have got that one hanging red. Just a loose red by that pocket. And this should be fine. Just trying to get the spin right. Ultimately, it's a bit of a struggle to get on that black. But what I think we're going to have to do is just play with some top and not play it too hard, but make sure we get it the other end of that black. I'm not perfect at this sort of move. But no, that's not too bad. That's not too bad an attempt. I mean, it does leave a tricky pot on this black actually now. But I think it's worth giving it a go.
He's using the rest here, which makes it a little more
Ooh, that's a little bit off, isn't it? But it doesn't give Mark Allen a massive opportunity because we're in this area that I was talking about earlier. You know, if we played that pink. And it is just going to be a safety here from Mark. A bit of a thicker safety than we would play, but I think it's been okay. I'm just looking at this black that we've put on the pocket, and unfortunately, I don't really think anything gets past that now. Which makes it easier to play a safety, because you haven't got to worry about anything hanging over the pocket necessarily. But it does make it tricky, of course, at the same time. It's really the only option, I'd say, here. But that's fine. I think, actually, though, that one red that is pretty much straight on will go. It was just playing it at an angle that it wouldn't go past the black. So I think that will go past the black. We'll see it better on a camera angle. Yeah, it will. That's a great pot, to be fair, from Mark Allen. Bit of a misjudgment from us. I don't think we'll be punished massively for it because it's not a huge opportunity. But there are a few reds out, so you never know. He could bring this back to 3 each here. And that's the beauty of these hard AI. They will punish you for your mistakes.
9.
Going for the pink here. That sets him up nicely for a red.
Really well played.
They make more intelligent decisions. If I can get my bloody teeth in. They make more intelligent decisions with this new patch as well, I think, the AI. They play intelligent safety rather than just ridiculously thin safety. They try and get you into a snooker a lot more. And challenge you, really, which is nice. Something I embrace. And with this red, Mark Allen does go ahead. The scores obviously aren't that big in this frame just yet. And still 7 reds to go. So it could go either way, but the more reds that Mark Allen pots, the more this is going to turn into another frame which puts the scores level.
So the long red to the corner pocket.
It's been a good final so far, in my opinion. I've certainly enjoyed playing it. We just need to make sure, if we do lose this frame, that is, that we are composed, because you can start losing frames very quickly. Like that, just one mistake, one misjudgment that the red could get past, and you give them an opportunity to win the frame.
37.
And I would say you would do here. It might be those 3 reds that are effectively like a domino, making up the number 3. That could be a problem. But we'll see how he deals with that. He's not going to deal with it yet, just comes brilliantly back off the cushion and perfect for the black.
The split looks good to me.
And there we go, he split those reds.
45.
And that's what I mean. Really realistic snooker, because they're playing with a view to look at developing reds, to look at next shots and future play. And that's something that before they really weren't doing. You know, they'd play a stupid shot and just be out of position, and unintentionally really, an unforced error, which players like Mark Allen don't make very often. And with 3 reds to go, if he pots the black, it's going to be pretty tricky for us to get back into this. Not unassailable if he makes a mistake, but the way he's potting, he's not making it hard for himself. Really nice pot. Good position as well. Could well be a century here, a Mark Allen's 2nd century of the final.
This pot to leave his opponent requiring snookers.
Yeah, there we go. We need snookers now, so that is pretty much Mark Allen won the frame. He's going to get this one red and the colour, so it gets pretty awkward then to win the frame. That being said, if he did miss and gave us an opportunity to get a snooker, of course we'd go for it. There's no point losing the frame and not fighting for it. But he's not going to give us that opportunity, I don't think. I mean, this red could be a bit tight, but he might go for the pot, and it looks like he is with that camera angle. And it's there.
Excellent pot. Superb.
74. 79.
So he has got the chance of this being a century if he knocks all these in. Of course, he does need the black to do so. Would only get a break of 99
81.
should he not pot the black, which would be a shame, really.
84.
But, oh dear, this isn't the best start for us, really, confidence-wise. It's brilliant for him after that break. 2nd session starts for century, potentially. What could be better? And this should be the century now. The 2nd one for an opponent player in as many episodes. That black looks like it's going to make it. Ton up, and in the 1st frame of the episode. Oh dear. Mark Allen gets a century. I hope he doesn't get many more of those. We'll embrace that one, but not many more. So, we lose the lead again, and he's coming to break from the other side this time. Unless I've just inverted the camera, but I don't think I have.
Mark Allen to break.
So he's coming to break from the other side, something that I've never seen a player do before. Certainly in our career mode. I might have seen it online, but not in the career mode. And the result is a pretty nice break. Doesn't leave anything on at all, really. So, I think what we'll do is just play into the pack. This sort of shot can go disastrously. Trust me, it's gone wrong so many times for me before. So I think we're just going to hit it as nice and soft as possible. And get it into the pack. That should be okay at that sort of speed. Shouldn't make too much of a dramatic effect. And it hasn't. It's the only sort of shot we could have played there. Because we could have played it thin and got it back up to the colours. But the risk is that you leave one red on. And of course he hasn't left anything on there, so fair play to him. And he's just not quite left a gap for that red. So we're going to do exactly the same again. And just play up to the reds. As long as he doesn't go past the pink, I mean that's a very light touch if we got one at all. Yeah, we did. It's just those 2 reds that are hanging out that could be a little bit of a problem, but he's played a much thicker safety there. It's got to have worked for him. Or else he's in trouble. Ooh, do we risk it? Knowing how Mark Allen can punish you. But I think in a final, ultimately, if you don't take a chance like this, there's no point being here.
Not an easy one, but a half chance.
In fact, we don't really need to play it that hard, do we? Is it there? Of course it is.
Impressive opening red.
There we go. I finally got the clap. I thought, hang on, where's the applause? But no, it is there. Don't know if it's worth trying to clip this into that pocket, but we're not going to. We're just going to play the more simpler shot. Don't want much top on this really. Don't want this to travel too much further than it has to. But let's focus on getting this lead back. If we can stay the right side of that lead, the pressure's off a little bit. And ultimately the pressure is going to be on Mark. This could be an interesting shot. I think we'll play it. It's not going to be in trajectory of that middle pocket, but it just makes sure we do have something to play for in the next shot. We'll go for that blue again.
Top shot.
He's finished a bit awkward here.
Bit awkward? What's he on about? It does leave, yes, I understand what he's saying, in that it does leave a bit of a nastier shot next time. But off the cushion, we should be okay. If we muck this up, that's a problem, but I think we should just be about okay. Now, I'm not a bigger fan of these shots, but ultimately it was the only real option we had, given the position we got. But this could be a big mistake, should this not go in. Equally, it's like every shot, if it goes, it could be very good for us. And it's there. Great pot. Oh! I should have checked that one. Does the black go? Not quite. Fortunately, the pink goes. And I think it might just be a case of up and down the table job. Not a blue job.
Just wants to slot this into the middle pocket.
Up and down the table. No, don't hit the green. Oh, we didn't want that really. If it hadn't have hit the green, we wanted to get back to a similar position that we were before. However, it's okay. Because I think we should be okay on this pot. But it's, as I've said previously, it could be a big detriment if we go on to miss this.
Well, it goes. Half a chance here.
Come on. And it's there. Good stuff. We now broke off a few reds. And funnily enough, the shot that we did play before has actually helped us out massively, because it does lead to a fairly straight green. Just have a look what we can do from the next shot. If we get back to this position. I mean, this sort of position exactly would be fantastic, but it's just not possible. So, I think just get it fairly close to where it is. Doesn't need to move too much, because there's a red that hangs over this pocket. Now let's have a look how the black looks from this side.
23.
Still think that red blocks it. I mean, it looks okay, doesn't it, from in terms of a potting angle, but I don't think it will go. So I think we'll just have to play this, make sure the position opens itself up for perhaps a blue. No, it's gone too far. It's gone too far. Ah! What were we doing there? That's a pig of a shot. Mind you, get it behind the black. We should be okay.
Neil Robertson, 24.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Very tricky shot coming
Oh, we can go for that one. We've left one.
Brilliant. What a magnificent pot.
Well,
1.
not got into our stride yet. And based off the last frame, Mark Allen certainly has. He hasn't led since. It's crazy, really, being this negative at the start of a break. I mean, he's 18 points behind, and there's so many reds left on the table. But it really is now no mistake snooker, particularly in a final of this magnitude. And I think that one mistake could be another frame gone.
14.
He just wants this to drop gently into the pocket.
Solid shot.
15.
Doesn't leave a black or a pink off. Plenty of options. That's a great positional shot. Is it actually? A little bit loose, but he's okay to the middle. Black's back on. And with his black, much like frame, we had a decent break. Nothing fantastic though, and he's back ahead. It's starting to feel like Mark Allen's getting the upper hand there. He's not missing anything. But if we don't get into our stride next frame, well, could be over very quickly. Bear in mind, of course, if he wins this frame and the next, it's effectively match point. In terms of he only needs the one frame, and the pressure that puts a player under is ridiculous. It certainly limit my play to a massive extent, because a lot of my play is about risk and reward.
Nicely
And in a
positioned.
frame where you need to win and you don't know whether a pot's going to go in, it could be your last. But let's not be too negative at the moment. He's still 3-all.
Top shot. Well played.
Great cueing.
We're nowhere near that stage just yet. Could be very easily, though, 4-3 to Mark Allen here. Only 3 reds left on the table.
Wonderful pot.
40.
And he's broke them up brilliantly.
Not ideal though.
That being said, yeah, there's a little bit of a gap, but he's playing a safety here. Could this be a chance if he gets it wrong?
45.
Ooh, hello. Right, there's that one along the cushion. Let's review our options. We've got plenty of time. There's that one along the cushion. There's that one to that pocket. There's this one to that pocket. But I think ultimately the one that gives us the best chance has got to be this one.
This is really
This
tricky.
has to go in. And I don't like these, to be fair.
What a beauty.
It's there.
1.
Now, I think positionally the best shot here would be blue to bottom, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Well, no surprises here with the long pot attempt.
I'm just trying to get it in a decent position. Pot should be fine, as usual. Our potting game's usually pretty good.
Well, that's right out of the top drawer.
What's the position like? It's good.
6.
Could have a chance here. I said before, though, it's no mistake, Snooker, and that's a little bit soft. But still okay. To be fair, if it was any harder, we would have been in a bit of trouble there. Don't really need this to move too much, but of course, if it's close to the cushion, the straighter the shot is, the less awkward it is. The black's there, though. And to be fair, yeah, this red should be nice and easy. And it's there. And we're probably in for the pink now, but actually we could go for the blue. That'd give us better position on the yellow, I would say. I'd say that, but... Looks okay to me. It's a fairly straight pot. There's not really much room for error here.
Wonderful shot.
That should just be fine. And now we're on to the colours.
20.
Only problem here is... No, they're not quite touching, so again, it's just about okay. But it's going to be a case of green to middle. Which is never that easy. Let's just focus on this one ball at a time.
That's ended up more awkward than he would have wanted.
It is awkward,
22.
but it's not that awkward, for goodness sake.
Yes, he's taking the pot on.
The next shot could be the awkward one. Just trying to think. That'll move to the right, won't it, if we touch the brown. We're just going to have to play this by ear, I think. Focus on getting the green. Oh, that's gone way too far that way. But actually, it's opened itself up for the middle pocket, so that's absolutely fine. And with that, well, we had the lead, actually, with the yellow. I didn't notice that, but we do have the lead in this frame now. And that's another good pot. So 8 points ahead. With this blue, all that Mark Allen could force is a respot. Just checking it's all good. I'd hate to lose it by
We know
missing
what
a silly
prolific
blue.
long potter he is, so I'd assume he'd take this on.
And that's fine. And with his pink, we take the lead back.
Long pot over distance.
And it goes both ways, this no mistake snooker stuff.
Just the
Really
pink
does.
wide now.
And with that pink, we take the lead again. It's 4-3.
That should be
Great stuff.
no real way for his opponent to win the frame now.
Such a massive swing that frame could have had. Obviously we go 4-3 down, the pressure's on us. But I feel being 4-3 up now, only needing 2 frames, and Mark Allen being quite a bit behind. We can't get complacent, I understand that, but at the same time, we do have the advantage here.
Thank you, the 8th frame.
And this next frame now is equally huge, really. Not the best break-off, and it might give him a chance as it does. Our first break-off of this video was much better. But leaving a starter doesn't exactly leave a main. I know I say that quite a bit now. But he's, as you can see, he's left a starter. He could dare to go for that black, and he has. That's impressive. That's a shot that just no way would I take on, given the aiming aid particularly. But he's middled that, and to be fair, giving himself a big opportunity here.
9.
And I think we were fortunate that he made that mistake on the safety, really, in the last frame, because apart from that, there's not really going to be many mistakes, I wouldn't say, here.
Nicely positioned for the red.
So crazy that you can get in the lead so quickly and then lose that equally as quick. But it's been quick snooker so far. 2 frames played. Possibly 4 more to play. Could be a long one, as I've said. But this could be over in 2 frames at the same time. I don't see it. I don't see us winning this. But you just never know. He could make one silly mistake. And then we're back in then. And if we play anything like we did in the last frame,
Position looks good for a
then
colour.
we stand in good stead.
23.
I know it wasn't the biggest of breaks, but it was calm and composed snooker.
30.
It's a little bit of a tricky shot, you know, if he goes for... Oh, never mind, never mind. He's got that straight one. I was looking at the one to the middle. I thought that's a little bit of a delicate one, but he has got that straight one. Of course, he wouldn't leave himself in that bad position. And he's split the reds even more to give him a better chance. And I would say that this is going to be Mark Allen's frame.
$39.
Now, luckily, if we get to the 10th frame, we've only got to break off once more. Our break off is one of our weak points.
46.
But equally, he's got to get it wrong, so it works both ways. Green only, though, this time.
50.
Half century break. Great pot.
51.
I was just hoping there, fingers crossed. Go on a little bit close to the pocket. I wouldn't mind the cue ball going in. But I think we've just got to sit back and watch here. And admire in some ways. I know some of this is sped up because of the fast forward in between shots. But this is a pretty quick break. No mucking about from Mark Allen here.
65.
The pistol is well and truly firing on all cylinders. But he's having to think a little bit more about this one. He's got a few options. And he is going for this straight red.
66.
And with this black, he'll definitely take the frame.
Black ball required.
And there you go. What was it? 3-4 minutes ago? We regained the lead.
73.
And we've lost it now.
74.
But crucially, since frame 1, we've made sure he hasn't got ahead again.
81.
And having the lead in a final like this, it's crucial.
82.
But it could well be another century here, and to have 3 centuries in the 4 frames he's won is mightily impressive.
89.
Ultimately, it doesn't really matter, because at the end of the match, it's the scoreboard that matters, not the amount of centuries or the high break or whatever.
90.
That £200,000 cheque is not based on how many centuries you get, it's based on how many frame wins you get. And with a red and a colour, green or more, it's another century for Mark Allen.
97.
Am I really going to have to do my John Virgo again? Twice in one day? Turn up! Turn up!
104.
Could he clear the table? I think he could here.
105.
Very impressive break.
110.
This could be a 137. Highest that I've seen in this game.
115.
When I've been playing it, that is. But I'm just going to put the fast forward on this because he has won the frame.
119.
But the position he's got himself in, he should do it.
124. 130.
Well, he's got the 130. He's going to clear up the whole table, and that is a 137.
What a clearance that
Wow.
was. Superb.
Well, yeah, that's interesting.
Frame, half on.
Need to win the next frame. Whoever wins this next frame will put themselves within one frame of winning this. But the way this match has been, it's destined for a decider, isn't it?
Going into a final frame.
Thank you. The 9th frame. Mark Allen to break.
I think Folds just said that, actually. So I heard final frame, so I'm guessing so. And once again, fantastic break. Off. He hasn't quite made a brilliant break yet. But we're going to do our shot that we have done a few times. It works, it's effective. Especially with the cover of that black, that's a nice shot. Thank you very much, Hendon. We don't get that very often. He's playing something similar, but where's that cue ball going? He's okay. That'd be a tight pot to take on, wouldn't it? Goodness me. Yeah. Just gotta hope we play this for some power and get it back to a similar position to that we're in.
Aiming to get the cue ball tight against the cushion.
Down hit the brown. We'll certainly take that. It's got to be brave to take that on, I would say. Particularly being behind.
This is a half chance.
But he is. This could be a starter. Not one I'd be brave enough to take on.
No, not
And he's
quite.
missed it.
Pretty close though, but that won't provide.
But unbelievably, he's not left it open. But that won't provide any solace. Alright, okay. Alright, Dave. Just play up to the reds. No problems there. Next touching ball, so he's got to play away from them. And has he given us an opportunity here? Yes, is the answer. He's going to be scathing about that. I certainly would be. Let's try and get a few balls moving here. No, never mind. But we got out of that situation. That's the most important thing. You don't want to get the first red and then muck it up. But equally, this pot should put us in position. We don't want to have a massive split, but equally, it'd be nice to get a few reds free. Just don't pop one. Oh, we're okay.
6.
Need a light nick to just pop this. Easy as you like.
7.
We've got a chance now. Been such a... Well, it's been
On, and he's going for it.
a great final, actually, because it's been so close.
Top shot.
He's played that very well.
One frame to one player.
Well.
One frame to the next. One frame to the next. It's that competition that's great. Finally, on this hard difficulty, we have good competition.
13.
Now, we really risk this sort of pot. I think we can.
He's playing the pot here. What a
Nice.
great pot.
Yes, he'll be
Near the
very
cushion,
impressed with that shot.
and that's settled for a
What can he
good
do
pot.
here?
18.
Back up for the blue. Black and pink are out of bounds a little bit at the moment.
Position looks good for a colour.
19.
Let's have a look at what we've got. We have got that red there. Yeah, we've got that red there, so we're okay. Just check from this position. I'd hate to get it wrong. Don't need too much backspin or else that pink's going to get in the way. Fingers crossed this is okay.
24.
Yeah, it is. little bit tighter than I would have liked, but I think it's fine. Just play a little less power, because I'm not massively confident with this, but again, it should be okay.
Into the right corner.
And that's huge, I'd say, for the context of the whole match. Although,
25.
in polite terms, we've buggered that up, haven't we? By not playing a positional shot and not getting lucky, we've effectively snookered ourselves. Yes, I know the black's there. Got to play a safety to try and get out, but we've got to be pretty lucky here to try and get out. But equally, back up to bulk. We were never going to get a safety that covered all bases there.
Neil Robertson,
And that was a bad mistake.
Well,
Really bad mistake.
fabulous pot.
He's going to take that sort of pot, isn't he? Goodness me. Interesting. Now, I wouldn't say he's going to get a century here. Just because of how the balls were a little bit awkward. But it could be a frame-winning break. End of the day, I don't really think he can get a century from this position. He can, but it's going to be pretty awkward.
This isn't easy.
Potential for a mistake.
Beautiful pot.
Nah, of course not.
8. Nine.
The only solace is here that he's limited himself to the small colours.
11.
So he's not doing huge damage.
12.
But he's precise as ever. Is it going to be blue this time? If I in the position he's in, that'd be a nice position.
What a wonderful
Yep,
pot.
screw back to pretty much exactly what I said. And with this red, he will... Well, he's got two options here, hasn't he? He can go for the one to the middle. But the one to the bottom pocket can open up the black. Getting tense though here.
24.
Black's been opened up, and I think now, to be honest, there's no stopping him. Unless he makes a silly mistake, that is.
31.
But the mistake we made, just by trying to get into the reds, could be costly for this whole final.
32.
Oh, well.
He'll be
Yeah,
fuming about
all
it.
over.
39.
Actually, back to say, that doesn't go. Is there another twist?
Mark Allen, 39.
Is there another twist? Is there another twist? Oh, it's a hard decision here. Yes, we can try and nick this into the middle. But am I confident? No. That won't go to the bottom. We cannot play a safety here by any... I don't think anyway, personally, that we can play a safety here. Heat the moments. Let's give this a try.
Easy one, but a half
Although
chance.
ultimately, it's a tight one. Go on, go on.
In it
Yes, it's there. Right. We now have a chance to steal this frame. Bear in mind, of course, if we pop the pink, goes back there. Right, there's a fairly small points gap, so... this is intriguing. Really is. Green, I think, here.
Well, he's looking at potting this into the right corner pocket. What a top shot that is.
Now we've got either choice here. And I think I want to get rid of this red. Just means it's a little bit more freedom to pot the pink.
He's looking to pot this into the right corner.
Oh no! You buffoon! Oh. He played the double, but ultimately he played a safety there. Right, these sort of shots are the ones that matter. Well, ultimately you can't get saved, basically. I think it's got to be an up and down the table job. I hope that we get some luck. Can we get some luck? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling. He's got to tap this into the middle, which is trickier than it seems. Or go for this one. Okay, he's played a safety again. How's that looking? That's not great. There's a chance to tap this into the middle or get this one, and I think that is achievable this time. The angle's not that ridiculous.
It's half a chance, but
Come
chance
on.
nonetheless.
Thank God. That could be huge.
One.
Huge that could be in the context of the final. Really feeling the pressure now. So I think we've got the freedom just to take our time.
Not an easy one, but a half
Bear in mind, we're
chance.
still behind here. That's too hard. Yeah, we wanted it to, of course, be the other side of the red so it provide a nice straight pot. Oh, that's a horrible one. Would I rather pot it into the top? No, not really. But we can't really, we can't play a safety here, in my opinion. Oh, this is horrible. Gotta watch positionally as well. Okay,
Half a
just
chance
take
here.
it. Take it on. Yes! Come on! Oh. Right, now we're on to the colours.
Back.
Right. Need to open up the yellow, and to do that we need to pop the brown, I would say. I don't know how we got away with that, but somehow we did. I thought when we missed that yellow, that red, end of frame. Possibly end of match. This yellow put us ahead though.
Great opportunity this.
11.
It's crucial though, not having to, well, certainly at the moment, not having one option of having to force a decider is huge. Of course, if Mark would have won the frame, well, it's not all over yet, so I'll shut up.
14.
But should we go on to win this frame, we wouldn't have to force a decider, which I think in the context of the match could be huge. But let's just shut up.
He's aiming for
Let's
the
make
left
sure we
corner
get this
here.
frame over and done with.
Nicely done.
He's cueing extremely well here.
And once again, funnily enough,
18.
with the blue,
He'll want this
he'd have to have a
drop into the
respot
centre pocket.
if he got the pink and the black that was. Although we've got into that same situation again.
23.
Pink's a little bit tight, but it should be fine for a nick into the middle.
He just
Don't
needs
need
this
anything
pink.
hard here because the black doesn't need to go. But it's there.
Issues there.
Let's just confirm the frame first. I know it's pretty much confirmed, but until it says it on the scoreboard,
29.
I'm still going to remain superstitious.
He's lining the black up.
It's not been fancy big breaks for us so far. The two frames that Mark Allen's won, he's had century breaks, but we've just had a break of 40 and 36, but it's been
Well
enough.
played to take that frame.
And of course, there's an option now. There's two options. We win this frame and win the title,
To really turn the
or we lose
screws
this
with
frame
it.
and have to have a decider.
Thank you,
But
the 10th
Mark
frame.
Allen now has to force a decider. And that sort of thing can be huge. Let's work on our break though here. A little bit thicker. But hopefully get it back up to the pack. Come on, come on, come on. That's more like it. Solid stuff. Doesn't leave a pot on him. For us, that's pretty special. Oh dear. Marky, marky, marky.
That's a shot.
Well, well, well. I don't know if that goes in the pocket though. Can't really tell. Will that one go past the other one? I mean, it's marginal. It should do, actually. Yeah. Oh, I don't like taking these sort of risks.
Well,
We'll
he
go
used
for
to
this
be
one
indecisive,
instead.
but now he's not so sure.
Come on. Yes. Thank God for that.
1.
But because that wasn't so hard, we don't leave as many options, but we do have this blue. That's it fairly hard to get back in position. It's a risky one. As I say, it's all about taking
Well,
risks.
I'm not surprised he's taking on the long pot here.
Yes, it's there. Pull up, blow, pull up, pull up, pull up. Okay, I think we can still get it to middle, can we? Oh, that's bloody tight. Yeah, there's a
Lining
gap.
this one up to the
There's a
middle
gap.
pocket.
Okay. Just want it to be soft. A to get onto the black and B to make sure it goes in.
Excellent shot.
Whew, right.
He's right on top of his game at the moment.
7.
It needs to be nice and hard and get into the reds. I don't think it will do, really. No real... We can play side, of course. And to be fair, I think with this sort of shot, there's not so much risk.
That hasn't
Poor
really
split,
worked out
though.
at all.
Really unlucky.
14.
Have to give this the lightest to nicks and hope we don't
Neil
leave
Robertson,
anything else open.
40.
It's touching ball, though.
Touching ball.
We tried there, just couldn't do it. Needs to get that back up to the pack, that was important. He's no way going to go for a pot on that, there's a gap, yeah, but it'd be pretty brave to go for that. I'd equally be pretty brave to go for that. A little bit soft. It's okay though. Oh, the pressure is on. Do we win this frame? If we do, we've got that check and the trophy. Oh, this is tense. It's these safety battles I hate. Really do.
That's an excellent shot. So he's looking to play safe again. This is fascinating.
A little bit thicker, in fact a lot thicker than I thought that would have been. Jesus. Oh, I say there's a gap. Is there a gap? I'd say there is. Even if there is one, he's not pursuing it. Got to be a good reason why. Actually, is he? I don't know if he was there or he was playing a safety. If he was playing a safety, he's played a good one. Oh, I'm tempted, because he played a similar shot like that. But he did miss that, didn't he? So, maybe might not be the best idea. Bit of a shot to nothing here, this could be. It's a risk, though, isn't it? So I don't think I'll bother. But ultimately, what do you play here? I feel like if we don't go for a pot, we're going to muck it up.
This is no gimme.
We've got the advantage. I think we can work with this.
Oh, so close. He
Wow.
needed some luck there.
One silly mistake there. It was worth going for. but could it be a big mistake? I've said this a few times, and yes, there have been frame-losing mistakes in some cases this episode. In some cases, there haven't, but I don't think there was an option to play safety particularly there.
6.
Just got to hope he makes a mistake now. If he doesn't, he forces a decider.
7.
Ooh, it's a little bit tight on the black, but I'm sure he'll do
The
it.
right corner here.
Lovely.
And in it goes.
14.
Okay. Takes the lead of the frame now, does Mark Allen. I mean, 14 wasn't exactly going to be hard to catch.
$21.
But he's keeping it in around the black. I know he's only potted the black once, but now he certainly is. Only 1 or 2 reds open though now, so he's got to open the pack up at some point, which I'm sure he'll do. Certainly better than our ability to do it so far today.
Nice position on the black.
29. 36.
Okay.
Well, he's looking at potting this.
A little bit tight. Sure he'll do it, but the reds aren't in the best
37.
position really now. He's going to have to do something with them. As he does there, but where's the cue ball? Ah, he's got lucky there.
42.
Just a better route through to a red, I think. Still plenty on the table though. It's been proven in previous frames you can come back and win it.
43.
Interesting.
49.
This is a challenging shot along the
This is
cushion.
a challenging one, yeah.
50.
Oh, I mean, that's lovely. The way it reacted with that cushion is pretty impressive. Let's just wait and see what he's going to do here. Well, there you go. There was a bit of a fear from him. I mean, we were hoping that he wouldn't
He's looking at the pot
be able
into
to
the
open up
left
those
leg.
reds, but frame over in my opinion now. It was always going to be one of those matches, wasn't it? Always.
64.
Where we had a decider. And I really don't know who's in the driving seat. It's been really peculiar snooker, I'd say, today, because Mark Allen's definitely been on top.
Nicely positioned.
But any
on the
mistake he's made, we've punished.
60.
Equally, any mistake I've made, I suppose,
72.
he's punished us. But whilst he's had more big breaks, winning frames, we've just kept it nice and composed, done what we needed to do.
78.
But unbelievably here, we could be on for our 3rd century of the episode. Nearly an hour in though now. Well, for 53 minutes. So to do 5 frames in that amount of time, it's pretty impressive.
79. 86.
Right. We have a deciding frame. I don't know if I'm up for this or not.
decent position to take on a colour here.
The way we're playing, we need a Mark Allen mistake. Because that's the only way we've won frames so far. We've not really been able to manufacture our own
Just the colours to go.
opportunities.
He's on the green.
96. 99.
God, Virgo's giving me a task today. 99. Ton up! Ton up, another ton for Mark Allen.
Brilliant.
He's gonna, I'd say he's gonna outscore us quite heavily actually. Despite the, whatever the result, because of course they had 4 centuries now.
14.
We've probably only had like 60 or 70 scores.
Fantastic clearance.
Not even 60 or 70 breaks, but that is the 10th frame over, and strap yourselves in, because we now have a decider.
Here we go. The last frame of what's been an excellent final.
Agreed.
Thank you. The
5
11th
each.
frame. Mark Allen to break.
Do we have what it takes? Fairly thick break. Oh, he's left the starter. Oh, has he done that to try and trick us? Honestly, I don't know anymore.
This is an easy.
It's an easy shot, and I think it'd be a good starter. We have a starter in the final. Final frame.
1.
Oh, right. Problem is, we need to take on the black
Looks like
really
he's trying
here.
to get the cue ball tight on the cushion here.
Oh, this would be a brilliant opportunity to make our own chance, but ultimately I don't think we're going to bother. Pot the blue and play it up to the reds, honestly, is my thoughts. I haven't got the bottle, especially in a deciding frame,
Well,
to
no
play the black.
surprises here with the long pot attempt.
I really haven't got the bottle.
Would you believe it?
What would you believe it? What you on about? One mistake could be any player's last shot.
Neil Robertson 6.
Same routine again here, I think. Just nice, solid, soft
He'll
as
hit this,
possible.
He could be in trouble.
I could be in trouble. I'm quite alright, thanks. Is he just going to try and play this in? Oh no, he's trying to play a bit of a safety. Oh, that would be a golden opportunity if we took it. Ultimately, though, we would be crying if we missed that, and because that's a frame-winning opportunity just straight off. So, play this again, just up to the reds. Oh, bit hard. That could be crucial. Hopefully, we're okay. It depends if you can see that one red.
This is an intriguing so.
No, we're okay. Whoa, that's a bit thick. Jesus. What on earth has he played here? Blinding good shots. What he's played. I'm gonna go for this. Unless it's anything better. This is bloody tight though, really. Is that one? Can that one go? It will. That's the edge one we're looking at, aren't we? Oh, ho, 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 ho. All these I'd fancy in open play. I really would. It's not too damaging if it doesn't go in.
No problems with
Oh, ho, ho! Yes! What a pot. What a pot.
1.
Right. Okay. Okie dokie. What we now have is a chance. We've got to hit the pink on the way through for potting this blue. Just hope we open something up here. Luckily, we've got one red open. That's fine. That's all we need at the moment.
Touching ball.
Oh, how does this work now? Oh no, I don't want to infringe the rules at this, but surely, if it's touching ball, we can play this one. I'm just going to refer to the internet because I wouldn't want to muck this up at this point. Right, I've researched the internet as such. I actually asked someone, that person being Captain Goodspeed, as long as I play away from this red, we're fine. So that's exactly what we're going to do. But what was that? What on earth did we play there? Actually, we're okay. So that's not a foul. Good. Right. Lucky we played it that powerful, because actually we can get him for the yellow now. Need this to go in, but I think it's okay. Oh, this is tense. Really is. Yes, it's there.
Magnificent pot that is.
Right, we can open something up here, potentially. Come on.
Very well.
Whew, I think we're okay. We'll soon see. No, we're not on that one. They're all cheering though, so there's obviously a shot available. They're not going, oh, that's a crap shot, like they usually do. I mean, not in those words, but something to that effect.
He's taking this on to the right middle.
Come on. Yes. Right. Now we're on the black.
Wonderful shot.
Seems crazy, we're only this far into the decider. And we're already going, way, oh god. Right, just got to play this away, because I can't see where we're going to get to here. Don't need too much top on it, but just enough. That's a good shot. No, it's a good pot. Position stinks, though.
17.
Am I confident enough playing that? I think I am.
He's playing for the right corner here. He'll want to try and eliminate errors like that in this match.
Neil Robertson. 17.
That could be our last shot of the final.
One.
It could really be the last shot of the final for us. Oh, that'd be tough to take.
I can't see any problem.
It's now not in our hands. We need a Mark Allen mistake.
9.
And the way he's played, he ain't going to make a mistake.
$14.
Where's that blue going to go? And can he get past that blue for that? I mean, that red pot looks fine. But the way he's thinking about this, has he mucked it up a bit? Let's hope so. Oh, a bit of impartiality. Not.
Now, can he drop this into the right corner?
Oh, he has. Lucky git.
Great shot.
Okay.
15.
This should be straightforward enough.
20.
As I say, we need a Mark Allen mistake here.
21.
And that involves not hitting into the reds. But I think if he plays this red and then the black, he will. He'll break the reds up. I don't like this. Oh, I really don't.
27.
He'll play the blue and then play into the reds, I would guess. Yeah.
That's not
Has he
the
got
best
away?
split.
Ooh! No, I think he's okay. Oh, he's missed it! He's missed
Mark
it.
Allen, 32.
Oh, okay. We haven't played our last shot. We could just be about to, though. Right. Let's just sit here. Just for a minute. This is massively important. We thought we wouldn't have another shot. I mean, he's played that as an intentional safety. We could look at that shorter shot. We missed that one earlier. However. How much is that red blocking that pocket? Is there a ball's width there? I wouldn't know. And certainly at this point in the final, I am not going to start playing a plant. But... right, we can try and get it back to this sort of position. By hitting what ball though? That's what we've got to ask. We play that. Probably needs to be no, about that thickness. Come off 3 cushions and we should get the position that we are now.
Gets this cue ball tight to the cushion with the shot.
Oh, we didn't hit it. We didn't hit it. Oh, Christ. That would have been an absolutely fantastic shot as well. That would have been awesome. But it's a foul and he's going to have to play on, isn't he?
The green ball.
Shit.
Avoidable contact as well.
Foul and a miss. Mark Allen, 4. 3 ball.
Bloody hell. And sorry if you can hear the wind outside, but that's the least of my concerns at the moment.
He'll be looking at the easiest escape route here.
Come on. Nick it, nick it, nick it, nick it, nick it, nick it. Oh, this isn't fair. This isn't fair. Oh, that was close. So close.
Worked out for him at all.
Oh.
Mark Allen, 4.
No way. What you've just seen, I think is pretty unlucky. We just missed the shot because we played it a bit too hard. That was bloody close, though. I don't want to really say anything now about chances and that because I don't want to jinx anything. It's taken a long time over this shot. Although ironically it's still us standing at the table. Before we do get to the last bit of the final though, what I will say is I hope you've really enjoyed it. It's been a long one.
8.
So thank you for your support. This is Mark Allen's now. Definitely. The way those reds are lined up.
Position looks good for a colour.
9. 16.
No, he's won it. We ain't going to come back from that. No way. He's got to make a massive mistake now.
Nice position on the black.
17. 24. 25.
By my calculations, this black confirms it.
So just the black needed. Lost the cue ball a tad there.
32.
Well, he's lost the cue ball. But it ain't going to matter. I would say. Right.
Excellent
Okay.
safety shot.
Well, he's not left anything
Mark
on.
Allen,
What a surprise. Let's try and get this behind the black. Too hard. Too hard. Or is it? Or is it? Come on!
What he was attempting. Pace is key here.
Don't hit it, Mark. Don't hit anything. Oh, you swine. You swine. Ah. Git. Oh dear. I think we're gonna. Well, yeah, we'll get the pot. 'Cause it's easy to get a snooker on just a one ball, I'd argue.
Decent position to take on a colour here.
Shut up.
1.
We might as well go wacky. Well, we got a pot. We got a pot one. There's no point trying to get a snooker now. I think the brown's our best option.
5.
That's not really done much, has it? Again, it's a case of trying to get it behind the black, which you did perfectly last time, to be fair. Well, if we don't win this, it's not through the one to try, eh? Ah, we didn't want to touch the black, for goodness sake.
Robertson, 5.
He's going to go for the pot here. Or is he? He goes for the safety. Shame. Could have done with potting something there. Oh, dear.
Well, it goes. Half a chance.
No point us trying to pot this. Just gotta hope we get some luck here. There's a gap there, I'd say. Yeah. Okay, a light touch here would be good, but it needs to be the lightest of touches. Come on. No, that's way too hard. What were we doing there? No. He'll go for the pot here, I would say. Try and just get it over with. No, another safety. His safety's been a bit crappy, to be honest.
Well, he's
Try and get
taken
it
the
back
red on.
behind that green. Or something to that calibre. There's still 7 colours on the table. One time, we've just got to get lucky here.
So, this pot into the right
But
corner.
I'm really surprised that... And he has now.
1.
Yeah, that is it all over. Definitely. He hadn't gone for the pot up to yet. Oh, I feel sick. I really do.
4. 6.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
He's aiming for the left corner.
Got to
here.
accept it now. Great final, really. Fantastic. Yeah, it was the longest match we've played so far.
13.
Best of 11. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Maybe apart from this humiliating moment now where
18.
he takes this win. But a very enlightening 11 frames. I don't think we played our best snooker. He's going to take a
24.
century in terms of his score, not a break, of course, to win this. But, yeah, it's pretty heartbreaking for us here.
And match. Half held.
Particularly for taking it to the last frame as well.
What a champion.
And there you go. Wow. He practically... Yeah, he did. He, doubled us, did he? No, not quite. No, 407 we got. So, yeah, he doubled us in terms of points. It's quite incredible. But we have lost the Masters. We still get a nice cheque of £90,000 for the runner-up. But it's nothing like being the winner. But that was a great match. You know, we made a few mistakes. Nothing massive, but... Ultimately, you could just see from the breaks and the scores that Mark Allen got. He was the best player on the day. And the 2020 champion is Mark Allen. He gets the high break award. No 147s though, but fair play to him. Mark Allen wins the DAFABET Masters. Wow. Gutting, but we got to the final. I think that's a great achievement. Really is, but thank you all to the premiere. You know, all you guys are in the premiere, I'm sure you enjoyed. I certainly did. And for all of you watching afterwards, let me know what you think in the comments. But next up we have... It's been a while. We're playing him again, Yang Bingtao, in the D88.com German Masters. Oh dear. Sorry, back into career mode we go. That's our first loss for a while. Of course, we did win the last tournament, the Scottish Open that we played in. Ignore the qualifiers for the German Masters. But 2 finals in a row, that's fantastic really, but bittersweet really at the end. Mark Allen wins the championship. Unfortunately, no winner's medal. And no trophy in there for us, but that is where we are going to conclude today. Thank you all so much for watching, whether it was on the Premiere Live. It was a massively long one, I apologise for that, but it's always going to be long. And for those of you guys that watched afterwards, I hope you enjoyed as well. But we'll be back on Sunday for the match against Bingtown. Thank you all so much for your company today. I've been TIJ Gamer, and until the next one, I will see you all later. Goodbye for now.